5 management theories every hotel manager should know. If hotel supervisors and managers could learn nothing else this year about management theory and practice, they could benefit from learning about the following 5 management theorists. Their work has given rise to many of the best and the worst practices used to guide and grow hotels of all sizes today. Here's a very quick overview of the 5 theorists you should know, and just a few words on their fascinating work. Frederick W Taylor, 1856 to 1915. Frederick Taylor's scientific management work was amongst the first to study worker productivity and how best to increase it. Taylor promoted standardization and specialization by suggesting that workplace tasks be broken down into a sequence of smaller steps. He concluded that managers should assign workers to a job that best matched their ability, train them thoroughly and supervise them to ensure that they worked efficiently. However, Taylor ignored the humanity of the individual in favour of finding the best way to complete any given task. Henri Fail, 1841 to 1925. Henri Fail's principles of administrative management are considered to be some of the most influential contributors to modern management theory. Fail's examined an organisation through the eyes of the managers and the situations they might encounter. He believed that the management has 6 paramount functions: to forecast, plan, organise, command, coordinate and control. Fail developed 14 principles of administration that outlined how managers should organise and interact with employees. His principles, which have become foundational guidelines in many of today's workplaces, cover topics ranging from the importance of maintaining an orderly and clean facility to the value of promoting employee initiative and teamwork. Max Weber, 1864 to 1920. Max Weber's bureaucratic management focused on structuring organisations in a hierarchical fashion with clear rules of performance. Weber's principles for creating an ideal bureaucratic system include a clear division of labour, a hierarchical chain of command, separation between the personnel and organisational assets of the owner, meticulous record keeping and documentation, strict and consistent regulations and rules, and the selection and promotion of employees based on qualifications and not their personal relationships or personalities. Elton Mayo, 1880 to 1949. Elton Mayo's human relations movement conducted experiments aimed at improving productivity amongst dissatisfied employees. He changed working conditions, including lighting, temperature, break times and the length of the workday, but observed that regardless of the change, there was always an increase in worker productivity. This led Mayo and his team to conclude that increases in worker performance weren't due to changes in their environment, but a result of somebody paying attention to them and of feeling valued as being part of a unified group collaborating together. This people-oriented management approach requires managers to acknowledge the complexity of human nature and the value of social ties in the workplace. Mayo's contributions to management theory are the underpinning of today's focus on group dynamics and the use of team-building efforts to strengthen work cultures. Douglas MacGregor's 1906 to 1964. Douglas McGregor's Theory X and Y work concluded that there are two fundamentally different styles of management that are guided by managers' perceptions of their team members' motivations. Theory X is authoritarian in nature and is used by managers who assume that employees are apathetic or dislike their work. Theory Y is a participative management style used by managers who believe that their workers are self-motivated, responsible and committed to taking ownership of their work. Theory X leads to micromanaging, whereas Theory Y gives rise to a more collaborative and decentralised workplace. If you learn nothing else about management theory and practice this year, find out a bit more about each of these 5 famous management theorists and apply what you learned to where you work at the moment. Speak to you soon.